Anthony Hartwig here with another Cardinal Mooney girls lacrosse player profile. We are joined by the goalie, the senior Alyssa Ray. Alyssa, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me.
Before we dive into senior year and talking about all the stuff that's going on in senior year and what it means to you, 500 career saves inside the goal. You just accomplished it a couple of days ago. I know it's been a goal of yours for a while. What's that mean to you to get that 500 even?
Yeah, so that was super special for me. I was really excited because it's our last game that we'll play at home at Mooney because we're getting a new field. So that was a super special moment for me, especially because it was also senior night.
What did it take to get that? I mean, you've only been playing for 3 years. You've had 3 years of lacrosse. You do it 500 in 3 years. What did it take to get yourself to that point?
Yeah, so it wasn't just me. I really appreciate everything that my coaches do for me and all my teammates. They really just give me the opportunities, and it's really fun to all be a part of it.
Let's talk about this Cardinal Mooney team and how fun it's been to be a part of. Earlier this season, you guys planted your flag as the best team in the local area. You've beaten everybody. You swept the local arena. I know that was also one of the goals that this team set. I've talked to a couple of your teammates about it. What did that mean to this team to be able to say locally we're the best team here as far as the record goes?
Yeah, I mean, last year we did have some rough games with the local teams, but this year we knew that as seniors it would be one of our big goals to come out and beat those teams. So beating Boardman, beating Poland, those were really exciting. But beating Canfield twice is something that we all really were excited for.
Let's talk about your senior year. Senior year brings emotions. It's your last time you're doing a lot of things. Last time, like you said, last time on the field for the whole program. What has it been like navigating the emotions of senior year?
Yeah, so senior year's been really fun. I have really great friends, so we all stick together and make a lot of memories and go a lot of places and try and just make the most of our time. But senior is really kicking in, like coming late, leaving early. So I'm trying to stick around.
We talk to a lot of seniors, and their answer to this question is always different. Sometimes it sinks in that they're seniors right away. Sometimes it doesn't sink in until the last game's over and they realize their high school career is over. What's it for you? Has it sunk in yet that it's your senior year? Have you been kind of putting that on the back burner and don't want to think about it? How have you handled that?
I mean, I feel like it's sunk in a little bit. I'm just trying to make the most out of these few games that we have left, but I feel like I've definitely been thinking about it a lot more recently at the end of the season.
So you're a senior, but this team is pretty young when it comes to roster, and even more so when you say lacrosse experience. What has it been like for you and the other seniors and the experienced people on this team to try to pull along some of the less experienced players, get them up to speed, and obviously having a lot of success? What has it been like seeing them grow this year?
Yeah, so we had a meeting in the beginning of the season, and I said that one of my goals for the team is for these underclassmen to find a love for the game like us seniors do. So it's been really fun to kind of take them under our wing and show them, and they honestly teach us stuff too. So it goes both ways. So we help them and they help us. So it's really nice.
We asked you last year about the start of your journey and what got you into this sport, but now that you're trying to get other people to fall in love with it too, how much of your experience and what made you fall in love with the sport can you take into trying to make other people fall in love with the sport as well?
Yeah, I just try to let everybody know that like I came in knowing nothing about lacrosse, and here I am with a 500 saves and all these headlines. So you could really just know nothing about the game, and if you just want to, you can. You just put your mind to it and put in the work and be willing to learn and be willing to correct yourself. Then it all just hopefully will come together.
When we talk to goalies, whether it's soccer goalies or we've actually had some hockey goalies on the player profile list as well. It takes a special mindset to be a goalie. You're there. It's kind of you're by yourself in the goal, and you're kind of the last line of defense between the other team and scoring. What kind of mindset do you take into a game, knowing that that's your role and that your role is sitting in the goal, kind of by yourself, and you're the last line of defense?
Yeah, so I definitely think that is something that is a head game. So I think about it a lot, and if they're scoring a lot, I kind of try not to look at the scoreboard and just realize that every save that I get is something towards my personal goal. And I kind of try not to let the score get to me and just play the game that I know how to play.
When teams are scoring quite a bit, which doesn't happen a lot with you, by the way, but when they're getting their goals, like how much do you think of, okay, if I just get this save and one stop for my defense, that's another opportunity for our offense to go and separate themselves. Even if I can't get every stop or every goal they're scoring, if I can get this one stop or if I can get these two stops in a row, momentary stops, how much does that play into to your mindset?
Yeah, that's huge for me. I think about that honestly after every goal, whether I save it or it goes in. I think about that all the time. And I think when I get a save, it's just another opportunity for my offense to go down there and score a goal for us.
Now we know that 500 goals was a personal goal for you. 500 saves was a personal goal for you this year. What were some other personal goals that you had for yourself individually that you wanted to achieve before your senior season was over?
Yeah, so one, it's kind of funny. I wanted to run the ball out of the crease a little bit, and I did get to do that twice in our first scrimmage. So I haven't managed to do it yet in the regular season, but we do have playoff coming up here. So hopefully I'll make it out of the crease again and make a run up the field.
You pull it out in the playoffs. Let's go.
Yeah.
No better time than postseason, right? I want to talk to you about Coach Dean. I know we talked to you about her last year in your player profile, but now you have another year under her. What's it been like? What's she meant to you throughout your high school career? And now that you're in your last season being coached by her, what's it kind of mean to you to reflect on what she's meant to your not just lacrosse growth, but I'm sure growth as a person as well?
Yeah, so we spend so much time with her, so we get to know her really well. And she really just treats us like we're her own kids. She's a third grade teacher, so
Oh. You good?
yeah.
All right, so we're just so I can edit it. We're just gonna go right back into that last question. I'll ask it again, and you can answer it.
Okay.
So let's talk about Coach Tony Shaheen. I know you've been coached by her for a while. We asked you about her last year, but now that it's your senior year and it's your last year to be coached by her, kind of reflect on how much she's meant to you, not just growth as a lacrosse player, but also growth as a person.
Yeah, so we spend so much time with her on and off the field. We like to kind of go scout games and go to dinner. So she just treats us like her own kids. She teaches third grade, so she really is good with a big group of immature kids like we are. But yeah, we have a lot of fun with her, and she has a love for the game. I mean, she played here, and she wants us to have that love like she did when she played in high school. So she's a really great coach for us.
So you have a third grade teacher as a coach. How much do you guys get to feel like you're a part of the class, like you're in the classroom and you're one of her, like you said, one of her students? What's that been like?
Yeah, it's awesome. She definitely, I feel like there are times where she's like, guys, my third graders can do this, or like, there's definitely times. I mean, I know she has love for both her third graders and us, so it's really nice to be loved by her.
It's not good when she's comparing you to third. Hey guys, third graders
Yeah,
can do
we
this.
goof
Come
off a
on.
lot, so
Um,
definitely like third grade
let's
sometimes.
talk about that. The personality of this team. You guys are so loose, but we see your record. We see your success. It's plain to see that you're able to lock it down when you have to. How do you guys balance the ability to stay loose, be goofy, and have fun, but also lock down when it's time to focus?
Yeah, I feel like we are a team who does that great both ways. So I feel like in practice we are joking around a lot, but we know when it's time to take it serious. Like when we have these big games like Campfield or the bigger Cleveland teams like Lake Catholic, we know when we have to take it seriously and kind of cut the goof a little bit. But there's always some characters on the field in practice and in games, so it's fun.
Let's talk about your future. We don't want to see you go from Cardinal Mooney, but you have to. You're going to go on to the next chapter of life. What is in your future goals? What are some things that are on the horizon for Alyssa Ray?
Yeah, so I'm planning on studying nursing. I'm not sure where yet, but I'm looking into playing a D3.
When you thought about nursing as a career path, what drove you towards that? What kind of things made you want to pursue a career being a nurse?
Yeah, I just love to help other people and just I love like the physical aspect of being a nurse. I don't like to sit behind a screen all day or anything like that. So I love just the physical aspect of being a nurse and being able to help other people.
And you still hope to play college lacrosse at the next level, correct?
Yes.
So when you're looking at programs and you're looking at coaches and players you might play with, what's on your checklist of things you look for, things that a program could offer you to say this is where I want to be, this is where I want to go?
Yeah, so I really just hope I'm able to find something like my team, like Goofy and people who spend a lot of time together and just have a love for the game.
What are some other things that you do outside of lacrosse that you think are you're talented at? What are some hidden talents of Alyssa Ray? We know you're so good in the goal. What are some other things that you would describe as hidden talents?
Um, that's a tough one. I don't know. I like to play like softball with my friends sometimes. I live right by Mill Creek, so I go play softball sometimes with my friends. Like kickball too. So I guess they're both little hidden talents.
All right, if softball wasn't a spring sport, would you go out for the high school team? Is that something that you would do?
Probably not because I don't know the rules. So I mean, I didn't know about
Seriously.
lacrosse either, but I didn't know the rules. So we kind of just go and we play like we don't know the rules.
We're just goofing off with the softball. That's all. If
Yeah.
you could throw your hat into one other sport, like a sport that you haven't played, you obviously did this with lacrosse. You just said, "Hey, I'm gonna jump into this sport." What other sport do you think you'd want to throw your hat into the ring for?
Yeah, definitely soccer. So I used to play soccer when I was little, like kindergarten through eighth grade when my season was cut because of COVID. But definitely soccer. I wish I would have played soccer in high school.
You've talked about senioritis starting to kick in a little bit. I know you have a couple of weeks left of school before you have to, close the books. What has it been like getting through these last months of school with lacrosse as well?
Yeah, so definitely there's some days where I wake up and I really don't think I can get out of bed. But we all get to school and we're like, we all felt like that. So that we're all here. And there's definitely some times in class where we goof off a little bit, but we have to reel it back in and realize that we can't let it slip right before the end here.
Has lacrosse made going to school easier than the rest of the school year, or is it harder to focus on game days because you want to get to the field so bad?
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely harder to focus in the classroom. I feel like we pull out our Chromebooks and our computers and start watching some film in the back of class when we have free time, but it's really fun to just have those practices. We get to go home first. We practice from 5 to 7. So we get to go home for a little bit and then go back for practice. But it keeps us accountable.
Earlier this week, it was Teacher Appreciation Day, so I do want you to go into maybe one or two teachers in your high school career that have impacted your journey and have helped you get to where you are.
Yeah, so I picked my English teacher, Tina Ferrano. She is new to Mooney this year for us. I've never had her before, but she's taught here in the past years. So I've had her, and she just made an impact on me. She's a great teacher inside and outside the classroom. She's my best friend's aunt, so keep it in the family a little bit. And my science teacher, Mrs. Terry Kenner, she's also a really great teacher for me, and she teaches a biomedical class, which is really going to help me for nursing, so I appreciate that also.
When you graduate and you're walking down that aisle, you get the diploma handed to you, you get to get real reflective on your whole high school journey. I know you're so proud of 500 career saves. What are some other things, whether it be in the classroom, in school life, it could be in sports as well, that you're going to be proud of yourself that you were able to accomplish in your 4 years of high school?
Yeah, so being a part of National Honor Society is something that I'm proud of. I saw my sister be in National Honor Society. So the fact that I got that's really cool. And I was honored with a YWCA scholarship. So that was really nice. And I'm really blessed to be able to receive that.
I want to talk to you also about role models. You're one now as a senior and someone with so much success. I know the young girls look up to you. They want to be in your shoes one day. Who were some of your role models, and who are some of your role models that you look up to on days where you need some encouragement?
Yeah, so definitely my coaches, Tony and McKenna, I look up to them because they both played in high school and McKenna even played in college. So I definitely look up to them a lot. And my sister is also a huge role model for me.
All right, Alyssa, at the end of these player profiles, we like to give the player the chance to take the limelight off themselves and thank the support system and the people that are in their corner. I want to give you one last chance as a senior in your last player profile to give all the shout outs that you need to give. Don't leave anybody out.
Okay, I want to thank my coaches and all of my teammates because they really make the team special for me. I want to thank all the staff of Cardinal Mooney for always helping me, especially my guidance counselors, and just all my friends who make this such a great experience for me.
All right, Alyssa, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We appreciate it. Congratulations on 500 career saves. We wish you the best of luck in the postseason coming forward, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
Thank you.